Hi guys, I am here. Ugh. How do I even start this shit? Good morning guys. It is 2 days before leaving to Cancun. I had a appointment today, but unfortunately nail girl canceled last minute due to personal issues. But I'm so frustrated because I had my days planned and stuff scheduled, so stuff like this wouldn't happen or I wouldn't fall behind. So I have to do my nails and my toes today, which is Monday, and I leave on Wednesday. And now I'm getting ready to go do my toes and my nails because originally it was at 6 today. And tomorrow I have a busy day. Tuesday is like literally like it's gonna be hell for me. I have a lash appointment at 9 a.m. Then I have my eyebrow appointment at 1:30 p.m. and then my hair appointment at 3 p.m. So like it's basically gonna be an all-day thing. So I was looking forward to like just relaxing a little bit today, but now I'm on like 1,000, so my anxiety is like not here anymore. Is like skyrocket. So look, they need to be done. They're like so hideous, and you just imagine my toes? So I'm gonna go get ready to do that right now. So wish me luck guys. I'm gonna take you guys with me, of course. But yeah, so this is what I'm going through right now at 11:32 a.m. on a Monday, August 9th. And I leave to Cancun August 11th on Wednesday morning. So I'm taking you guys with me. So I still have to pack a little bit more of last minute stuff. But yeah. Welcome to a day in the life with Kiki travel edition. So I am heading to the nail salon now. This is the fit. Alright, so I'm gonna take you guys with me. I got my glasses on because I'm just blind. So I'll see you in the salon. Alright, so I'm back from the nail salon. I'm not really sure about my nails, but we'll get back to that. I'm gonna end this one right now. Tomorrow is a busy day, and I'll take you guys with me along my busy day. And yeah. Good morning guys. It is currently 8:26 in the morning, August 10th. It is Tuesday, and I'm currently on my way to my lash appointment on one of the best lash girls in the game, Lash Picasso. So this is gonna be your before of my little itty bitty lashes until she slays my lashes. So this is the first appointment of the day. I'm super ecstatic. Yeah, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, so I made it to the Lash Goat's place. This is Lash Picasso, y'all. I love you. If you guys are ever in NYC, please come to my girl Lash Picasso. She slays every single time. So this is the before of these little bitty eyelashes, and I'll be right back. Right, she's gonna turn me into a bad bee, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, the goat just finished with my lashes. I know y'all could tell the difference. Look at me. Look at me. Y'all, if y'all are ever in NYC, please hit up my girl, Lash Picasso. Say cheese. This is she, the beauty queen. She is literally amazing. Like, you will never be disappointed with your lashes. So I'm gonna go to my eyebrow appointment now because look at them. They're missing, honey. They need some drama in their life, just like my lashes. But yeah, so I see you guys in my eyebrow appointment. Bye. All right, guys. So as you can see, I got my lashes done, but I'm a little frustrated right now because unfortunately my hair girl, where I was gonna have my hair braided, had to cancel. So now I am on the hunt to look for someone who can do something to this hair before tomorrow, because tomorrow I leave early in the morning. So I'm a little down right now, but it is 11:39 a.m. so I still have quite some time to look for someone to do my hair. Hopefully I get someone, and if not, I guess wig it is, or all natural. But I'm just hoping I can get somebody to do this hair of mine, because I do not want to worry about having to do my hair in this trip. So send all your love and cross your fingers that I find someone today. I'll keep you guys updated. So right now I'm on my way home, so I can go ahead and go do that. But yeah, so if I do find someone, you guys will be the first to know, because I'm on my way right now to go ahead and search. Wish me luck. Alright guys, I got to location for my brows, so now I'm going to show you how it looks. It looks super cute. This is how it looks like once you step in. Super cute. Oof. I'm gonna wait until 1:30 because it's 1:17. I got here early, so when I come back, these brows are about to be slayed, because look at them. They looking strangly AF, but these lashes though, get into it. I'm so excited. So first time doing my eyebrows with slay brows, and I'm excited and nervous because I'm doing henna wax. So as you can see, it's like super straggly. So I'll be back with new brows and a new face, apparently. Alright guys, so I just finished doing my eyebrows with Norelli. She's absolutely amazing. As you can tell, look at my brows. A girl has finally got brows, honey. Like, look at this. Like, this is perfection. Perfection. This is henna tint and shape. If you're ever in New York, she's located in Queens. I'll leave her information below in the description box, and I'll leave her at right on the screen here. But she's absolutely amazing, guys, and she's so quick with it, like quick and effortless. I am in love. So right now I'm gonna head to my hair appointment now. I finally got someone to do my hair, so I'm excited about that. Hopefully it comes out the way I want it to, and if it don't, it's okay, because I'm still gonna have fun. And I'll see you guys when I'm at my hair appointment. Alright guys, I'm in the salon. I'm not gonna do what I originally wanted in the first place. I'm gonna do 2 braids. So I'm here, and they just washed my hair, so I'm gonna see you guys in a few. It shouldn't take that long, so I'm excited. I'm gonna add length, so alright guys, I am back from the hair salon, lash appointment, and brow appointment. This is everything. This is how it looks. Look at the face. Look at the face. My brows are on fleek and my lashes. I am in love. I'm getting ready to eat and then go home and finish packing the last minute stuff, and also just spend some time with the family before it gets all chaotic tomorrow. But I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for the airport. I'm super nervous, so wish me luck. Good morning, guys. It is the day of the trip. The family and I are currently on our way to the airport. It is, I believe, 8:04 a.m. We board at 10 something, leave at 11, so I'll see you in the airport. Hey gang, we made it to Mexico. Woo!
Sí, no, y es tan bello. Bueno, mi hija no.
We're headed to the hotel.
Ya nos dimos a la fuga, como
So it's very hot over here.
Porque nos iban a cargar otra cosa,
I'll tell you about the plane ride when I
so
get to the hotel.
beautiful.
So see you in a bit. What's up, guys? All right, guys, so you already saw how my trip was going in the previous videos before what I'm doing right now, sitting down and talking to you guys. So my first vacation with my family ever, and my first time flying on a plane ever, didn't go as planned. So as you can tell in the beginning of the video, I'm super excited, very anxious, and I'm filming everything because, you know, when you're going on vacation, you expect to relax, see nice views, all that jazz. And just a disclaimer, I do know COVID is still around. I get tested twice a month, one in the beginning, one at the end. My whole entire family does. But yeah, like, we deserve a break too, you know, as long as we're taking the precautions and the right steps to maintain safe and healthy. We do that. We're always on it. So of course we got tested 3 days before our trip. Our trip was August 11th, and we did August 11th was a Wednesday, and we did the test, which is on a Sunday, which is 72 hours before our trip, which is 3 days before our trip. So we did that. So mind you, we did not need our COVID test prior to get into Mexico. It was just leaving Mexico to come back to the States. We needed a COVID test. So just for the safe side, we just wanted to make sure that everything is good, everything is gonna run smoothly, we're okay health-wise, all that jazz. So Monday comes around, didn't get anything yet. Usually the COVID tests, sometimes you get them early, sometimes you get them just on time. So we get our tests, I believe Tuesday afternoon, late afternoon. I got mine around 5:16. My sister got hers, I think that same Monday. And yeah, we were just waiting. And then my mom still hasn't came her results yet. So we're like, okay, it'll come whenever it comes. She will be good. We didn't think anything of it. So we land in Mexico and we're like, okay, there's COVID testings literally on the premises of the hotel. So we're like, okay, if you want to go ahead, we're saying this to my mom, if you want to go ahead and take a test, just to be on the safe side, just do it, because we're cleared, we got a negative, so you're good. So she takes it, and then first of all, you have to pay $25 for your COVID test in Mexico. So like, and it's a rapid one, so $25, but your first one is always free, so basically none right now. So she takes it. We get to Mexico like around 3 something. We got to the hotel like around 4ish. Mom took her test 4:30. So we're waiting, and then we're like, the first thing we do when we got to the hotel was like, all right, let's drop our bags, let's change into something that we could go ahead and go on the beach, to put our feet in the water and just chill and just get ready for the night. So we went ahead. I'll put some clips here to because that was the only thing we got to capture and just take in once we got there. Our first, basically can say, night. I'll insert it right here. It was so beautiful. The sand was just like very, very rude. Okay, I'll wait. Only in New York. And all my windows are closed. So how can you hear that with all my windows closed? I'm telling you, only in New York. By the way, gotta run on Dunkin'. I'm drinking iced matcha latte. Whoa, iced matcha latte. Matches my shirt. Okay, so we got to experience the sand because literally the hotel was so beautiful. Like, as you can tell in the video, the clips that I was showing you, the views and all that stuff, so beautiful. The pool was there. The beach was right behind the pool, so we passed the pool, we went straight to the beach, wet our feet. The water was so crystal blue, clear, like that turquoise clear blue, so pretty. So we put our feet in our water and we're just taking in the sunset. The sun was just setting, and it was such a beautiful moment to have with my family, because this is the first time we ever got to take a vacation together, because we're always, you know, we never really travel. And for my mom and I, we just recently got our passports, so we were like, you know what, F it, let's just do it. And 2021 was the year that we got our shit together, like for travel wise. So we're like, let's just take a vacation real quick. So for 7 days, keep that in mind. 7 days vacation in Cancun, Mexico. And the place we were staying at was Rio Palace Las Americas. It's very luxurious, it's very bougie. Once we entered the hotel, like the entrance, literally they greeted you. They took your suitcase, like your luggage. They kept it in the front to sanitize, so they were sanitizing like stuff When you walked in, you had to sanitize your feet. They had like a whole little setup there. And then once you get in, after all of that, while checking in, they serve you mimosas, like straight in the entrance, which was so beautiful. I was like, oh yes, I cannot wait to enjoy these mimosas every single day waking up here. And yeah, so fast forward to where we were at the beach. We're just looking out. It was cotton candy clouds, very beautiful. The sun was setting, magical. Like I was still in shock that I literally got on a plane and got to freaking point A to point B all in one tack, because you guys do know I suffer from anxiety. So I'm so happy. I'm so proud of myself, as well as my mom too, because we are some very high stress, anxiety level type of people. So like I was so happy that, you know, we got through it and we were together, so that's what made it easier. So with that being said, after taking in the sunset, putting our feet in the water, just enjoying each other and enjoying that moment, we were like, okay, let's get ready. Let's go ahead and get ready for the night. I believe there was gonna be a show, because that hotel had like literally artillery of like things that are gonna happen for each hour throughout the hotel. They had shows, they had like everything, you name it. Very, very, very nice. So I believe it was, what was that? Milo? Okay, I guess talking about this is bad juju, but whatever. So we're getting ready. We head up to our room, and by this time it's probably like, I want to say 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, and yeah, 7 o'clock. So remember, my mother had taken her COVID test at around 4:30. So she got her results at 6, but we didn't see it until like 7:30, because we were getting ready. We were gonna get ready to head out for dinner and a show. So my sister, my freaking sister, God bless her heart, God bless her, she's a freaking trooper. She's a true Torres. Okay, so she literally was like on her phone. It was on my mom's phone. She was like, Mom got her results. So we're like, okay, what about it? So she was like, it's positive for COVID. And we're like, this is where everything just goes downhill for us, because it was literally hell from there, honestly, if I'm being honest. So we're like, WTF, like, what the, like, seriously, like, this cannot be happening. I'm negative, my sister's negative, and then my mom is positive. We're with each other 24/7, guys, and we took the test before coming to Mexico. So we're like, no, this cannot be true. It cannot be true. Like, we're just freaking out in our hotel, right? So not even like 10 minutes pass by and we got a phone call in our room from the hotel, from like the reception area, and they tell us, hey, we got the results from your mom and she tested positive, so you have to come downstairs. We need to talk to you. So we're like, okay, but we're still like panicking and like freaking out, because it's just like, she has no symptoms at all. My mom has no symptoms at all. She's always wearing her mask. We got tested twice, first of the month, end of the month, and it's just like, how is this freaking possible? We don't even hang out with people at all, and if we do, it's literally for a couple of hours, like 1 or 2 hours, and it's literally like 1 or 2 people at, you know, like at a time, as a gathering. We never like, and even like that, we still have our masks on regardless. So it's just like, how the, you know? So okay, we're freaking out and we're like, okay, so hopefully, you know, it's a false positive, you know, because we're just like, it's a rapid test. Those things do kind of like F up from time to time. So we're here like, okay, let's just go downstairs, see what they got to tell us. Boom. we go downstairs and it's just like, okay, we need to move you from the room that you're in to a different room where there's other people who tested positive for COVID. So we're like, okay, so are we all going in or is it just her? And they're like, no, you guys are all going in. So we didn't, my sister and I didn't take the test in Mexico. It was only my mom. So we're like, okay, but that's kind of like crazy because it's just like my sister and I, we took a test and we're negative. So it's just like, that makes no sense. So like if she's positive, how does that make sense for us to go all in one room together? You know, like it can travel to each of us. So like, how is that possible? Like that's not logical. It makes no sense. So we're like, okay, so out of franticness and like not thinking right that first night, it was already like a downhead. We were like, wow, this is our first night and we're basically getting pushed into another room where I had a balcony. It faced the ocean, and it was on the first floor. So literally it was where every single person who tested positive for COVID was in. So each wall, that first night that we stood there, we heard coughing, we heard people like, so it was very much a traumatic and very scary thing to go through, especially in a different country. So the first night was pretty hard because it was just like, wow, like we just got here and this is what we got to go through. So I was trying not to panic. I was trying for my mom not to panic, and I was trying for not my sister to panic. So trying to keep it like, you know, calm, but like, okay, listen, this is what we got to do. If we got to quarantine in here for a couple days, this is what we'll do. You know, we'll get through this. So we're trying not to panic, and we're like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to take another test. This happened all on Wednesday night, literally once we got there. So we waited the next morning for my sister and I to test because it was just like, we're negative, so why we have to stay in at least this room with my mom, potentially catching COVID, right? So let's keep this in mind that also my mom and my sister suffer of chronic sinus all year round. So they had, like, of course, a little bit of congestion in their nose area, like a little bit like of literally like having one nostril that you can't breathe in through, but it's literally sinus. So my sister tested negative in New York with her sinuses flaring up, tested negative, and my mom still hasn't gotten her test results back yet, so we're still waiting for that from New York, but they didn't come. So that's why we had her test in Mexico, so she can feel at ease and be like, okay, I'm good as well. So fast forward to where we're at right now, quarantined in the freaking hotel. So the first night was very scary, very panicky. My mom, myself, and my sister had anxiety the whole entire like night. It was hard for us to, like, you know, because they literally told us we cannot go out anywhere. We cannot be in the premises of where other people are at. So like we couldn't even get up and get our own food. We had to order room service for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, whatever we wanted. So it was like kind of frustrating because we were also there with other family. We were there with my sister's boyfriend's family. So this was a vacation that we were supposed to come together, be together, and like actually have like a good time and like actually like enjoy each other's company, if that makes sense, you know. Like it was the first time we ever traveled and together, so we're like, oh, we're gonna make the best of it. It's gonna be a best time. And it ends up being that we had to quarantine. So let's fast forward to the second day, which is the 12th. So that is a Thursday. So this is the second day of vacation. So we're still in this quarantined hotel area room. The room was pretty spacious. 3 people fit in it. My sister and I was in one bed, and my mom was in the pull-out sofa because she wanted to stay away from us, because she was like, if I'm infected, you know, I don't want to give you guys anything, and I don't want to be too close to you guys. Meanwhile, we had our masks on from sun up to sundown. We even slept with our masks on and changed it daily, like almost every 2 hours we were changing it. We had our Lysol wipes, all that jazz. We were sanitizing everything, guys, literally everything that we could possibly sanitize, of course. And it ended up being that same morning, my sister and I were like, let's take the COVID test so we know that we're okay, and if we can troubleshoot it, and since we're negative, we already know we're negative, but just to give them proof, like, hey, we can separate, have my mom quarantine, and then we go ahead and stay in another room, and, you know, we'll get her stuff and all that stuff. And so we took the COVID test, my sister and I. We waited, I'm not sure if that one was the rapid one or the PCR. No, I think that one was the rapid one. So it was $25. So this one, I don't think we paid yet, or did we? No, we didn't pay for this one yet. So the rapid test, your first one is always free at the hotel. So we took the rapid test. We got it within 2 hours. We did it early in the morning because we wanted to make sure, like, we give enough time. So, like, if we were able to change our rooms and all that stuff, that we had time to do that, and blah, blah, blah. So it comes back 2 hours later. It ends up that my sister, turns out she's positive for COVID, and I'm still negative. So my sister freaks out. She starts crying. I felt so bad. I felt like, I felt so hopeless. I felt so helpless that I couldn't even, like, comfort my family the way I wanted to. I couldn't, you know, like, I couldn't process what was really going on, because I'm, like, still in shock, like, that we're really going through this, because it's just like, wow, like, we're really in a different country that we have to obey by their rules and their laws, that whatever we do does not really matter. Like, we have to do what they say. So I just felt so helpless, because it's just like how the fuck are we gonna get through this? It's only our second day in, and we're already experiencing a very rocky, like, situation. So it's just like, okay, this is when I was like, all right, we got to buckle up, do whatever we have to do, drink a whole bunch of teas. I was doing it with them as well, because I'm like, we're all in this together, and we're in a room all together, and it's literally, we can't do anything else, so we're gonna do this together. We were drinking hot teas, drinking soup, clearing up, like, any mucus that we had. For the second day, we were just all on, like, hot teas, soups, just trying to drink stuff. And also we had, like, ibuprofen with us, amoxicillin and stuff like that. We had, like, medications for us just in case if we, like, felt sick on the trip, you know, because we're not supposed to be drinking water in Mexico, so we're trying not to, so we don't feel sick and whatnot. Thank God that we brought those medications, because if it wasn't for those medications, I'm pretty sure we would still be in Mexico. But that's besides the point right now. We'll get to that later. So the second day, I was like, all right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're going to me and my sister were like, we're gonna test every other day, or if not every day, because this cannot be possible. It's just like, how from a 3-day span, my sister testing negative, she tests positive for COVID in a different country. So, like, it didn't make sense. So we're like, you know what? We're going to try to get rid of the congestion. We're going to try to stay away from cold things. We're, you know, like, do steam showers, like, all of that. We were like, we need to get out of here. That was our main goal. So we called my sister, which she was doing everything, because, like, she was the one who, like, booked the vacation and all that stuff. So she was calling the what do you call it, the reception, and she was like, hey, listen, can I speak to someone to get my sister out of the room with us, with my mom and my sister, like my mom and me, she was saying, because my sister's negative. She already came out negative twice, because the one that I took in the US and the one that I took here in Cancun. And it was just like, all right, so we understand that, my sister was saying, we understand that we have to quarantine. We can quarantine together, but can you move my sister to a different room, or can she go to a room with my boyfriend, which is the family member? They all had a room as well, so they can have like someone with them if anything, so we don't expose her to COVID. And they were like, no, you would have to pay an extra charge of $1,300 of just for me to be with a family member in a room that's technically already paid for. So we were like, that's impossible and that's insane. So like, you know, like that makes no sense. So they were like, in order for me, because I was the only one that tested negative, to get out of the room, everyone in the room has to test negative. And we're like, okay, so this is what it's gonna be. All right, so like it made no sense, because it's just like two positive people in a room can possibly, God forbid, and knock on wood, can pass it on after they're getting over it to someone else, and that possibly someone else could have been me. But thank God we took the precautions to stay with our mask on 24/7 in the room. So we slept with it. We literally did not take it off at all. And we were like, you know what, all right, so we'll just continue taking the rapid tests, the PCRs. We'll just do that. Hopefully we can come out clean and we can enjoy it, even if it's a 1 day to 2 days of our vacation. So let's just do everything that we can to get this over with, because it's insane. So this is the second day, and they were giving us the runaround, so saying no, she cannot leave the room because she can possibly contaminate other people, which made no sense because I was negative. So it was just like, okay, whatever, you know, we'll take that. And it was just like, okay, so from now on, we're gonna literally be on our A game with medication. And thank God, medication, teas and soups, like trying to stay away from anything cold. So the third day comes along, and we're like, okay, let's go ahead and get on our A game and continue drinking hot teas, lemons. We had lemons, honey, green teas. We had soups, literally anything that can help us get rid of the congestion. Also, I was looking up on, of course I already knew of the garlic congestion, the mucus stuff on TikTok. Hallelujah. We found that. So my mom and my sister did that for, I believe, the 4th day. And you know, it was helping them. So I was like kind of happy. I was like, okay, at least something is working. This gotta give. So they were taking antibiotics from the first night all the way till until where I'm going to speak about now. This is the 3rd day. But in between these times that we're like, you know, going through it and like trying to figure everything out, room service and the hotel was very, 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 very rude with us. So it's just like, we will call them, hey, listen, we need such and such, we need, or we want to order food, and or we need like cleaning supplies. So it was just like, we would get the runaround, or we wouldn't get an answer at all. They would kind of like ignore our calls. So we would have to call at least a couple of times. And I don't know why I wasn't recording any of this, because I did have my camera, but it was just like so devastating and traumatizing what we went through. Like I did not even think of like picking up the camera and be like, oh my God, like let me video my mom catching an anxiety attack, let me let me video me catching an anxiety attack and crying hysterically. Let me, you know, like, you don't think of those things until like after, because it's just like, wow, I could really put this hotel on blast. So it's just like, this is what I'm doing now, and I'm going to speak about it. So at least, like, you know, being that it's still fresh in my head, I remember everything, so nothing is left out. But it was very traumatizing. It was, nonetheless, like, it left a nasty taste in my mouth, especially the way that we were treated. I understand totally, yes, no one wants to deal with COVID patients in a hotel, or like any worker in general. But it's just like, if we're not able to go ahead and leave the room, or, you know, like, or anything, we were locked in that room like 24/7, like night and day. So it was just like, if we needed anything, we had to call room service or the reception. So it was just like, for them to treat us the way they did, they literally felt like we were bothering them, like, every time we called, because it was just like, some of them were very, very nasty, that they would hang up on you. They would like, if we asked for a certain type of like, oh, what do you have on the menu, they were like, well, you don't have that menu on your app, like, you know, like that kind of rude. And it was just like, well, I'm asking you because you work in the hotel, and it's just like, we don't have anything in the room that has like a book to, you know. And the service, like the Wi-Fi, was wicked out there. Like, it was horrible too. So it was just like, damn, like, the least you can do is just be like, talk to us nice, like, you know, like, we paid our money. Like, the room that we were in, regardless if it was the first one that we were in, we were paying for the one that we were in as well, which was the COVID section, which was $1,600 per person. So we paid our money, like, each person, regardless. So like, the way they treated us wasn't very, like, it wasn't nice. They made it seem like they were disgusted to like deal with us. So to put it at that. So after all that, we were like, you know what, we'll just continue being nice, right? We'll just continue calling, because listen, like, there's really nothing that we can do besides just call and ask for what we need. Because they even said that my sister had called to ask for cleaning supplies, because by the third day it was just like, all right, so there's nobody that's gonna come give us clean towels. Is there nobody that's gonna come and give us more sanitizing wipes, or alcohol to clean, rubbing alcohol to clean stuff, or, you know, the things that you would need, like, in general, to stay nice and clean in your room, because there wasn't no room service accessible to us, because it was just like, we had to do everything on our own. So basically we had to fend for ourselves. So it was just like, okay, so I know we gotta fend for ourselves, but like, they're a hotel, so we're thinking, you know, you have cleaning supplies. So my sister called, hey, listen, do you have cleaning supplies? It's already been 3 days that we've been here, and nobody has come to ask us if we need anything. We need more towels, or toilet paper, like stuff like that, like the basic needs. And they were so horrible with us. They were like, oh no, we don't have no like Clorox, we don't have no wipes, we don't have no Lysol, we don't have no disinfectant. Meanwhile, the people who were doing the COVID test for us, they were like, because we had asked them, because we couldn't really get through to anybody in the reception area or room service, and we asked them like, hey, listen, like, do you know if they have like cleaning supplies or whatever? And they told us, the nurses who was taking our COVID test told us, listen, like, you can call the front and they can have somebody fumigate the room, or send you cleaning supplies. So we're like, okay. So that's when we went ahead and asked for those things, and they were acting like they don't know what cleaning supplies is. And it's just like, are you serious? You're a fucking hotel. Like, It's been 3 days and we're in a so-called freaking COVID section where all people who are sick are in these rooms. So it's just like we don't know who was in that room before, so we want to be careful. To make the long story short, they ended up sending us only one bottle of hand sanitizer that was probably the size of this. And we specifically asked for like alcohol, like rubbing alcohol to like clean stuff, because they didn't supposedly have Lysol or anything. So we're like, okay, whatever. We ended up asking my sister's boyfriend to grab us those things. So we had to pay extra $35 for wipes, masks, Lysol, alcohol, anything that you would need for cleaning supplies. That's exactly what we sent to get. Thank God for my sister's boyfriend and his family being there, because if it was just us, we would have been literally doomed. So he was so nice enough to freaking bring us those cleaning supplies, and of course bounties and all that stuff, because apparently hotels don't have like bounty tissues, which are a little bit more rougher than the toilet paper or Kleenex. They didn't have the simple stuff supposedly. So it was like, okay, whatever. So this is all the third day. So fourth day, we're like, all right, like we need to get this congestion out, at least for my sister and my mom. We were like, you know what, let's do the garlic up our nose and all that stuff. We'll go ahead and do that. So we all, you know, of course, room service, we go ahead and get the garlic. I told my mom and my sister, do this for 15 minutes. I know this is kind of like our last resort besides the medication that they were taking. You know, your normal medication that you would take if you had like a cold or if you weren't feeling well, or congestion, like anything for like bacteria and all that stuff, like, you know. So they were taking their allergy pills, their amoxicillin. None of them had any fever. My family did not have no symptoms at all. So it's of course just the sinus, which they go through yearly, throughout the whole entire year. So it felt like we were never gonna get out, because it was just like, we know that they have sinus. We know that, yeah, I know that they have sinus. So it's just like, wow, this really feels like we're like drowning, and we're like literally gonna stay locked up in this place forever, because it's just like the tests are gonna continue coming out the same. That's how we felt at the time, and we were like literally going through it. We were like panicking every day. It was so hard to see my mom get like that. Like, it was really, really bad. It was so hard seeing my sister get like that as well, because like my sister is literally like the strong one of the family. Like, she's very, very like she's a Capricorn. She doesn't show her emotions, like if she's going through something. But to see her break down and cry really broke my heart. So I'm getting emotional. So by the fourth day, I was like, all right, we gotta do something to get the fuck out of here. So by the fourth day, I noticed my mom and my sister kind of like giving up. And I'm like, we can't give up, you know? We cannot give up, and we won't. I was kind of like losing faith too, because I'm like, we're in a whole nother country, so we don't know what will happen. So we kind of felt stuck, even though I lost a little bit of faith. But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna leave it in God's hands. Whatever will happen will happen, but we can't go out like this. So I was like, we're gonna do the garlic in the nose, do it for 15 minutes. This is the fourth day. Do it for 15 minutes each. I had my mom and my sister do it. I did it too, but I know it wasn't gonna work, because at least for me, because I know I was already negative. But I just wanted to show them that, you know, I'm gonna do it with them. I'm a team player, you know. And so we did it. And I believe that same day we had scheduled a rapid test, the 4th day. 4th or 5th day. I think it was a Saturday or a Friday. It was one of those days. I think it was a Saturday. Saturday? No, I think it was a Sunday that we scheduled the. I think that all happened on a Sunday. Because Monday. Yeah, it happened on a Sunday. I think that was the 5th day. The 5th day, we did the. Sorry. We did the garlic in the nose. So we're like, okay, this is going to be our last resort. We continue taking our medications and stuff like that. So that was the last resort. We were like, if this doesn't work, we'll just try to figure it out from there. But I was like, we are not giving up. We cannot give up. Even though I felt like that was like our wit's end at this point. Because it's just like, we only were there for 7 nights. So we're like, listen, if this doesn't work, we may have to probably like stay extra days, like a full like 14 days, you know, because that's how much of the quarantine they ask you to do. So we were like, okay, whatever. I'm losing my train of thought, but I don't know if I said this already, but the 3rd day they transfer us to a different room after us complaining multiple times and hours. One of those days we were calling back to back, like, hey, listen, when we're gonna change, because it's already been 3 days and nobody's come to clean or anything or give us any cleaning supplies. So I think the next day, after the 3rd day, after we called multiple times, the 4th day they moved us to a different room. Same situation again, no cleaning supplies. Thank God we had cleaning supplies sent to us from my brother-in-law. And from then on we were just like, okay, we're just gonna stay here and see what we can do, and do everything that we have to do. Like, so this was the 5th day we did the garlic. So I told my sister, my mom, and me, we did it for 15 minutes, and it worked for them. So like, congestion came out. It was so nasty. I think I'll put a video here so you guys can see like how we had to like do something with our time, because it was just crazy. So we filmed them doing the garlic in their nose. But so we did that, and then that same day we had which is the 5th day. The 5th day we had the test to see if we had COVID or not still. Well, my mom and my sister. So they did the garlic early in the morning, drank their tea, drank their allergy pill, as well as their amoxicillin. So staying hydrated and getting rest. So they come to take the COVID test, the rapid one. So we take it, and then we kind of like lost a little hope on the like tests being negative for all of us, because we're like, you know what, like, it is what it is, but we're gonna get through this together, and at least we're together on a beautiful place that we can't enjoy. So we ended up getting our results 2 hours later, and we all tested negative, which was such a relief. And it was can't even think. It was good to hear that we were negative, all of us. So we thought this would be like, oh my God, this is our chance to, and it's a Sunday, and we were leaving that Tuesday. So we're like, oh my God, at least we get to enjoy a little bit of our vacation, you know? So we're like, okay, let's call the front desk and tell them we tested negative, so like we can finally get out this room and enjoy. So we thought, you know? So My mom got super excited that she started crying, and she's like, oh my god, I just want to get out of here, I want to enjoy. And my sister and me we were excited as well, but we were just like, okay, let's first make sure that we can actually like get out of here. Let's wait until we get out of this room. Once we get out of this room, we are gonna feel like more at ease. So we called the front desk and we're like, hey, can we speak to a manager about our situation, about us getting out because we all tested negative for our test. So they're like giving us the runaround, and supposedly the manager wasn't there at the time. He was on lunch, whatever. His name is Josh, or whatever his name is, Joshua or Josh. They were like, okay, we'll call you back in 20 minutes. So my sister hangs up. So all of a sudden, within a time span of like 8 minutes, someone calls us in the room, and we're like, okay. My sister's like, hello. And it was a woman. It wasn't like a boss. They were telling her, oh, like, what is it that you need, and like, what is it exactly that you want to speak to the boss about? So it was like he was behind the scene, but they're asking the question from a third party. So it was just like, why can't you just get on the phone to speak with us? So my sister was a little irritated. So she's like, we tested negative and we want to know if we can get out the room and enjoy the rest of our vacation. And yeah, so like, that's all we want to know, because you guys said multiple times, the only way that we can all get out of the room is if we all test negative, which we did. So they pull out the card like, if you have to take a PCR in order to get out the room. And let me just tell you, the PCR is just more of the intense, longer period of the test. It's still accurate, but it just takes 8 hours in Mexico for you to get your results. So we took the rapid test early that morning. I want to say around, not early that morning, early noon at 12:30 something, and we got our results like at 3:30. And we were like, okay, so we took a rapid test, but we came out negative. We want to get out the room, and now you're telling us we got to take another test that we got to pay out of pocket again. And then the PCR test, guys, they are $130 something, and that's a lot of money that we got to pay out of pocket, and we already had taken a couple. So we were testing daily, or not every other day. So the bill ran up to like $467 of us just taking COVID tests. So it's like, from the $1,600 per person we all paid, now we're adding $467 in total for the test that we took. So it's just like, okay, so you want our money. So it's like, you just want us to continue paying. You see that we're from the US, and you're like, okay, we could get money out of them. So it's just like, there's no winning. So it's just like, all right, so you want us to take the PCR test, which is the same result you're gonna get from the rapid test that we took, that it just took only 2 hours to get the results. The only difference is the time that you get the results from these tests. So we were very irritated, because it was just like, you told us once we got our results all negative that we can get out, and then now you're saying we can't get out because we have to take another test after we just tested negative in order for us to get out of the room. And they didn't have any available tests to take that same day that we took the rapid test, that we got our negative. We would have to take it the next day, which would be Monday, and it will take from early in the morning, 8 hours, which will practically be the whole day of Monday, and we leave on Tuesday. So that makes no sense. So we're not gonna get to enjoy our vacation. So it's just like, so basically they gave us the ultimatum: if you don't take the test, then you can't get out the room, even though we're all negative at this point. This is the 5th day, so we're all negative, and you guys don't want us to get out, even though we paid money to still be in a room, closed up, quarantined with each other. All right, so we were like, okay. So we were like, all right, that's fine. we were like, you know what, we're gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do. And the 5th, right after that conversation with the boss, so-called boss, because he wasn't even showing face, he was the manager, and he was like not giving us any type of like, okay, you guys tested negative, so you can leave. It was just like, no, you have to do another obstacle, go through another thing in order to get out. So it's just like, it felt like we were never gonna get out. So he basically told my sister, you guys can leave the hotel if you want and go to another one in order to basically enjoy the stay of the days that you have left, which was a Monday, like one day. We just had one day left to like enjoy. So he was like, just not in this hotel, you can get out and like enjoy the rest. You cannot be around other people because you could possibly contaminate other people, even though we tested negative. And he was just like, it's impossible in 4 days, not in 4 days, in 5 days that you can get rid of, that you can test negative. Basically, like, if we did something to get the negative test, which is impossible because what are we gonna do, you know? So that was very uncomfortable. And he was like, so we asked him like, so you're telling me we cannot enjoy the hotel, but being that when it comes time for us to go home, we can go home? He was like, yes. So we were like, you know what, all right. Hung up. My sister got on the phone with Delta, and she was like, can we change our flight? So we cut our trip a day before, a day short. So we left the 16th, Monday the 16th, at 3:55 p.m. in Mexico, and we got home that same night. So we ended up just leaving home because it was just like, why stay stressed? And if we're negative, why stay in a place that's not allowing us to get out unless we're paying money to take another test and waste time and wait a whole nother wait another full day, and then by the time we get our results, we only have like literally like not even like a whole 8 hours to enjoy. So it was just like, you know what, let's just go home. So that's what we did. We came back home, and we low-key don't want to travel anywhere else at the moment, at least for right now. It was very, very traumatizing. It may not seem like big. I don't know if it doesn't seem big to you guys out there, but it was just like very traumatizing. Like, my mom and I, we still wake up frantic, like if we still are in the hotel. Like, we wake up and we're like, you know, like, I don't even want to say PTSD, but it feels like we have a little bit of PTSD of like the things that we went through. I know it's a sensitive topic of like PTSD, but it's what I feel. So I don't know how to explain it. Only people who have experienced something like what we went through will understand. But if you do understand, thank you for understanding. But yeah, it's something that will stay in me for a while. So like, it was my first flight, it was my first time going on an airplane, first time leaving the country, going somewhere different. And it was just like, I expected it to be like amazing because I was with my family, you know. And it did not turn out that way, and it sucks because it's just like, now I'm kind of scared to travel again. But you know what, I am still gonna travel, just not right now at the moment. It might take me some time, you know, because this vacation I had a whole bunch of like stuff planned out for content. I wanted to enjoy time with my family. We never ever taken a vacation together before, so it's just like, I just wanted to take it all in and just like enjoy with my family, because the place was so beautiful. It sucks that their service was horrible. It sucks that the way they treated us was horrible. It just sucks that everything that we went through, it was just horrible, you know, because I feel like we did everything that we needed to do. The most dreadful type of thing to do on this vacation as well was leaving my grandma, who's 80 years old, who just turned 80 years old, and having us to call her to just make sure that we're okay and that, you know, everything is going fine. During these 6 days, it was so hard because we had to fake it. We had to fake that we were having fun. We were all right. It was like one of the hardest things that we had to do. It was so emotionally draining. It was physically draining. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, because just having to, you know, we're on vacation, we're supposed to be happy, and like faking it was like the most dreadful thing ever. And especially to hear her voice like saying, I'm glad you guys are together, you guys are having fun, meanwhile we're in a fucking box, fucking losing our fucking minds because we couldn't do anything at all except that first night that we got to at least like walk on the beach for at least like an hour or two before we got the news. And just faking it was so hard, because it was just like we couldn't even FaceTime her, and we specifically got her like her phone to be propped up and like so she can see us and she could be more at ease, that she could see us. We couldn't even do that because we were so miserable. We were so miserable, and like for those 6 nights. And it's August 20th today, and we got back the 16th, and it still feels like yesterday that we were still in those 4 walls of a box, of a room. And I do not want to go through that again. And it's just like, that was hard, because my grandma, I'm pretty sure my grandma could have sensed that we were like not having the time of our life, because we were calling her often and she was calling us. You know, grandmas aren't stupid, so we didn't tell her anything about it. And so we got back home and she was like so sad. But I never want to experience that again. I'm so traumatized to leave, guys. Like, I'm so traumatized to leave New York now. And like, I literally need a vacation from this vacation, because this was not a vacation. Let me know if you've been through something like this before. Tell me your story in the comments. I want to hear. But this has really messed up my way of like thinking of like traveling for the next time. I really have like a hard time dealing with this. This was very much a very hard pill to swallow, and to experience it with my family, it was more devastating, because it was just like, we were together, yes, but we did leave home, and like, it's just like, are we ever gonna get back? It was just the what ifs for us, or like, what are we gonna do next? It was like, we felt so stuck. So I don't know, let me know in the comments down below. Like, let me know anything, and even if you have you know, like suggestions of what to do next time, or like anything you have regarding this situation. Let me know what I could have done better, or what we could have done better to protect ourselves, or like, you know, I don't know. But yeah, this was very much a trip for the books. It goes down in the books for us at least. But yeah, that was my vacation, guys. I'm so sorry that you guys didn't get the content that I wanted to deliver. I'm sorry, like, I'm so sorry. I'm just glad that we made it back home. I'm just glad that we're healthy. That is like the most important part, that we're healthy. We're getting back to normal a little bit, but most of all, that we didn't give up and we still have faith, you know. So yeah, thank you for going on this roller coaster of emotions, of adventures, of like, I don't know. Thank you for just diving in to this vlog with me. But hopefully this is a vlog slash like story time, I guess you can say. I know it's gonna be a long one. So yeah, so just buckle up, and hopefully for the next vlog or travel vlog that I have, it won't be depressing or horror. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well, even though it wasn't enjoyable for my family and I. But I just wanted to keep it real with you guys, because you know I like to be as real as possible. But those literally 6 nights that we were there, I wasn't posting anything. I wasn't myself. So I know I wasn't being real, and I should have, but I just needed time to process what was going on, and I'm still trying to process what went on. But I'm just happy that I'm doing it now, because I do have a voice, and that is like one of my weaknesses, of not speaking up a lot when things are heavy. And I want to change that. So this is why I'm also doing this video too, just to bring awareness, just to speak up as well, because I have trouble with that. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it's better than this one, but I'm just glad that everyone in my family is okay. And yeah, leave comments down below. Follow me on all my social media. I'll leave them in the description box down below. And I love you guys so much, and it feels good to be back, and I am happy that I'm speaking up. So it may be little for you guys, but it's a big step for me. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. And it's Friday, y'all. TGIF.